All right, welcome to episode 2 of Where Was I? Here I am. Where am I? Here I am at the comic store, and it was a good day. Every day at the comic store is a good day, but today was a good day sales-wise, and had a lot of fun talking with customers, talking with friends that stopped in. Thank you to Mike Payne for stopping in and saying hello, checking up on me. He's been a good friend since high school. All right, let's see. I'm not going to hold this phone for 10 minutes, so it's going to be a short episode for my one current viewer, and that's my brother Brian, because I texted him episode 1, what I called episode 1. It was the Granite Supplements unboxing. Now, in this episode, I wanted to share that that speeding ticket thing. Yeah, I was doing 80. The officer, he was kind and said I was doing 78, but it was a 55 zone, and so he reduced it to 65 miles per hour. But I also had my registration was expired, and so I went to AAA the very next day and got the registration fixed up, and then I paid my ticket online at the very last second, because I'm like that. And then a couple of weeks later, I received a letter saying that my license had been suspended and there was a warrant out for my arrest. And I was like, huh? And so I called the number on the citation or on the paperwork, and the representative there at the I guess the district justice, she said, no, you paid for the registration being expired, but you didn't pay for the speeding ticket. And so you're being billed for both, and you're guilty, since you didn't turn the paperwork in, then it's like a declaration of guilt or something like that. Anyway, she told me, she was very generous, and she said, just take that paperwork, fax to me a request that you'd like to plead not guilty. And so I did that. So they sent me a court date, and I appeared, and the state police officer did not. He was busy with some other things that he was tied up, he couldn't get, and so it was me and another guy in the waiting room there. We're all wearing a mask, we're socially distanced, and the judge comes out. I heard him in the background say, well, the officer's not here, I'm going to make these guys wait. The one guy's been there since 10 o'clock, and that was me. And so when he came out, he said, I'm just going to dismiss it. And when he came out, he talked to the other guy, and I was like, oh! And so then he went back in, and about 10 minutes later, he came back out, and he gave me the same grace. He said, the officer's not here. And I almost think the police officer was just being kind. But maybe he was, you know, he could easily have been detained by other duties. And so the judge said, you're not guilty. And then I was very, very happy, because it amounted to over at least $300. It was over $300 between the two tickets. So that was a very fortunate thing. And people on that stretch of highway are doing like 90. But you know, I was right there. I pulled my foot off the gas, pulled my foot off the accelerator as soon as I saw the officer, and I slowed immediately down to, I guess, 60. I didn't brake. I didn't want to have brake lights slamming on, you know. But the officer pulled out immediately. He was in the other lane, and I kept on going, you know, no lights. And then he pulled behind me, and we both kept on going. And then the lights came on, and then I realized, okay. And I pulled over. I was very polite. I always try to show respect, especially when you're facing a possible ticket. And so at the end, he said, thank you for your service, because on my license it says that I was a veteran. All right. So that's just about 5 minutes. We'll take a quick little spin around the store. This store has been here since 1989. Last year was the 30-year anniversary, and it is just such a fantastic store. If you haven't been in, it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 28 McGovern Avenue. and it is called The Comic Store. We have new comics, we have back issues, we have games, toys, t-shirts, just about anything for a comic book, science fiction, fantasy, gamer. We've got paints there, games there, games there, and Funko Pops. You got a whole wall of Funko Pops on the other side, and that is it's not 6 minutes, but it doesn't have to be. So I hope you all have a very nice evening, and thank you for being there. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay.